Okay, so the main message of this article is that the Green Party in Switzerland would like to change the constitution to put sustainability in the constitution and ensure that the government is acting in a more sustainable way and creating laws to make Switzerland more sustainable by 2015. So that's the big idea. There's a national referendum in a couple weeks where the whole country will vote on this, and if they vote yes, the constitution will change, and the government will be forced to implement this new, tougher sustainability law. And this article connects to some of the key concepts that we looked at last class. For example, as you look into the article, one of the things that they talk about is that since the 1970s, we have been using natural resources at a rate that exceeds the Earth's capacity to regenerate itself. So this is a great example of scarcity, that the natural resources that we have are limited, and unfortunately the wants and desires of people far exceed what we actually have available. The article also connects to the idea of economics, because economics is about choices and how we use our scarce resources. And so this is about the people of Switzerland making choices about how they want the government to implement policy, and whether they believe that that this law would do the most for using the resources that we have in the most efficient way. Kind of interesting in here, it says somewhere in here that if everyone around the world lived the way the Swiss do, if the world would use up 2.8 times the resources every year if we all lived like the Swiss. So basically another connection to the idea of scarcity and the fact that the way we're using our resources is unsustainable. So the final piece here is the evaluation. If this law were to come into place, who would be the winners, who would be the losers? I guess it depends on your perspective. The Green Party would argue that green technology and Switzerland forcing businesses to become more green actually would be economically beneficial. They also said consumers would benefit because they would be buying products that are built for the long term instead of things that are going to go obsolete so quickly and we have to buy new resources. However, on the other side, pro-business people in Switzerland and other political parties say that this is just too much government and that these rules won't really work very well, and it may put Switzerland at a disadvantage because their companies will have to follow environmental standards that will be much higher than their competition and make their products more expensive. So these are some of the things that connect to some of the basic ideas of economics. How do we use our resources? Should the government be more involved or less involved? And choices. What choices do we have to make? Overall, I think this is a really interesting article to look at because this is something that's local. It's something that we're going to see in the next couple of weeks, how the public votes. So anyways, that's an example of how you might discuss an article.